How's it going, Bruins fans? Welcome into another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast from the Fans First Sports Network. My name is Tom Cavanaugh, your UCLA Bruins Insider. Follow me at TCAV30 on Twitter/X, and also follow our insider pages at UCLA Insider on SI. That is both on Twitter/X and over on Facebook. Today we are talking about another addition to the NFL ranks. Now, this guy wasn't drafted, but he did sign as an undrafted free agent. We talked about him. I gave him a small shout out on yesterday's podcast. But UCLA Bruins quarterback Ethan Garbers, he's going to be a Carolina Panther. UCLA football's athletics page over on Twitter/X, they confirmed that Garbers signed with Carolina, and he is going to be the fourth quarterback in that room, going to be competing for a roster spot there. But, I mean, there's a ton of guys. There's only 257 draft picks in a single NFL draft. And Garbers, he was not in the top upper echelon of quarterbacks. I mean, you even saw guys like Will Howard and such, and Shedeur Sanders going way deep into the 4th, 5th, 6th rounds. And Garbers just was not going to fit the mold to be able to be drafted this year. But due to it being his senior year last year, he is going to find a home in Carolina. Now, Garbers, over a 4-year career at UCLA, he was very limited for his first 3 years, between 21 to 23. But then he broke out as the starter in 24 and had a really, really nice year. 235 completions on 64.7%. That 64% jumps out just over 2,700 passing yards. He had 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Those pick numbers a little bit higher than what he would have liked, but the 16 touchdowns was money. And I think really the only blemish, not really completely on him, but on that offensive line and just kind of how the season had gone, it was 32 sacks for Garbers this year. That's kind of a glaring stat there. He was the second most sacked quarterback in the Big Ten last year. But he had good numbers. I mean, 64% on 2,700 yards. I like that. 16 touchdowns. Garbers was really accurate. He had a stretch of games in the middle of the season where he was balling out. His highlight game, he threw for 383 yards against Rutgers in a 35-32 win in the middle of October. He had 4 touchdown passes in that game. It was a season high in yards and touchdown passes for Ethan. And, I mean, just all year long, he played really, really well. Most of his games, he threw for over 250 yards, and he could be a serviceable quarterback at the next level. So just to kind of break down how it works for undrafted free agents, if there are some that are unfamiliar. So there's a signing period immediately after the draft finishes. Your agent speaks with some organizations, and they try to land you in the right spot. So that part is over. That's been completed. He did sign with Carolina after being scouted and such, and now he's going to be signing a rookie contract. It's usually signing for the predetermined rookie minimum with a very small signing bonus. I don't know what the details are going to be on his numbers and what the money he makes when he comes to Carolina is, but he will sign some sort of a contract with the Panthers. And then looking at training camp and beyond, I mean, he's going to compete for a roster spot. He was not drafted, so they're not going to just put him on the roster as the 4th quarterback. When you look at this Panthers QB room, they got a guy in Bryce Young who was kind of wishy-washy last year. Towards the end of the season, he really found his stride, but it was him, Bryce, who's heading into his 3rd season in the NFL out of Alabama, and then there's veteran 37-year-old Andy Dalton, who played a large majority of the first half of the season, but because of his age and he's playing for like his 8th team, Dalton did not hold that starting spot very long as he started to struggle. Young stepped back into the spot there, and he was able to really right the ship in the second half of the year. So going forward, I think Bryce Young's going to be the starting quarterback. Dalton will be the backup. And then you look at it, just one more quarterback on the roster is Jack Plummer. He was an undrafted free agent coming out of Louisville last year, and he made the roster as the 3rd stringer. 25-year-old at 6'5", 215, right-handed thrower. Plummer, Garbers could, I guess, work in the same direction that Plummer did, follow in those footsteps, and try to become that 4th quarterback on the roster. But obviously, looking at it right now, it seems like he would be a practice squad guy. If he's able to really show out and impress that entire coaching staff, I would be very impressed if Garbers was able to make that 4th string spot for Carolina. But because their quarterback room is not too impressive, he's got a really good chance. It's not like you got Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr. I'm just talking about some veterans just around the league, Aaron Rodgers, those type of guys. Just thinking about some of these other teams that he could have gone to. But Carolina, I think that's a good fit for him because he's going to be able to insert himself and possibly shock some guys in that organization and be able to get a roster spot. That's going to do it for us here on the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast from the Fans First Sports Network. My name is Tom Cavanaugh. Follow me at TCAF30 on Twitter/X, and also follow our insider pages at UCLA Insider on SI. That is both on Twitter/X and on Facebook. Thanks so much, everybody. We will talk to you again tomorrow.